Hello, welcome to some little Dengo at night. Some little late night hangouts. It's been a bit since I have done a late night stream. And here we are. My week has been all over the place. I've not had a fantastic day today, at least as far as like feeling well. I've been mostly asleep all day. So that's been fun. But here we are. Gonna do some late night, just chill, casual games, and potentially. I mean, not potentially, probably. I mean, we're 30 away. Probably hit 1900 resets here on Soul Silver, potentially. But most likely we'll hit the with the resets. Sam, how are you doing? Welcome on in. I remembered earlier you were doing a 10 p.m. stream and then forgot until just now and saw the notification. I also forgot I had scheduled this. And I was sitting out on the couch, and then my phone was like, "Hey, you're doing a stream in 30 minutes." And I was like, "Oh, I am? I am?" Then I came in here. But we are playing Dengo. For those of you who were for around chilling as I was prepping for NAIC, Dengo is actually what I took to NAIC. It was a fun deck then. I really enjoyed playing it, and it's gotten a little bit more stronger here in the here in this new set. In black and white, in Black Bolt White Flare, with the introduction of Genesect EX with its Metallic Signal ability, which allows you to search out 2 Evolution Steel Pokemon and add them to your hand. Basically, free Evo for our Gimmighoul. The difficulty for this deck is dealing with the fire matchups like Ethan's Adventure. As you can see, I've clearly been playing a lot of Ethan's Adventure because I think it's a fun deck, and I think it will do very well in this new meta. As per usual, I don't think it's the top of the top, but I do think it's a really fun deck, because when it works, and even when it doesn't work, it still kind of works. Well, it is 3 a.m. You should go to bed. I'm doing pretty good on myself, though, other than just been out of it all day. I slept really weird last night, so I've just been out of it all day. I am all over the place. So we might get some like low quality games tonight, but I'm just being chill. I'm just doing casual. So what is the point of this deck? Win. The point of this deck is to win. Basically, Dengo with its coin bonus, you draw a lot of cards, you attack with a bunch of energy, you use a lot of pretty energy. Done deal. Where this deck fails, Dengo is weak to fire. Ethan's Adventure is pretty much just an auto lose. I've put a lot of thought into it. People who are smarter than me, I've been watching them put a lot of thought into it, from different online tournaments that have happened recently. Honestly, there isn't really a good way for Dengo to deal with Ethan's Adventure, other than just Ethan's Adventure bricks, or makes a gigantic misplay. So I'm gonna look at completed online tournaments. Late night 244 from the other night. Ethan's Adventure ended up placing 6th. Let me actually just show you guys what I'm looking at here. Ethan's Adventure ended up placing 6th there. Of the meta share, Ethan's Adventure only had about 3% of the meta share, so it wasn't a 17 players were playing it out of the total, what did I say, 400 something players that were doing it. They have Fez, that's how they lose Ethan's Adventure. I personally think if it's a good Ethan's Adventure deck, that there are a couple of different builds of Ethan's Adventure, and I think depending on the build, you potentially have a shot. If they're playing the Pidgeot version with the Fezandipity and they decide to set those things up, then yeah, you kind of have a shot. But I think those are bad versions of Ethan's Adventure. I think if you're playing Ethan's, you should be playing it as a true single prize deck, because that is that is its benefit compared to arguably better decks like Charizard or Flareon Box. You know, those are all better decks that hit for higher power, that have similar setup structures, or even Dragapult. I think the power of Ethan's comes from the fact that it is a single prize deck. So of the true single prize version and the 6th place version, again, I could be totally off base here. That's just my experience, my opinion. The 6th place version of it was playing In's Zoroark as a draw engine, only a single In Zoroark and a Pheasantipity. That's super interesting. Clearly it worked for them. Clearly it works. It's interesting, I'll tell you that. But I mean, that right there for Goldango, like what were their matchups? They beat all 3 Goldangos. I would love to have more information about. They beat every Goldango, which again makes sense. And I guess in those matchups they probably just don't put those down. What about Reshiram EX? Would you struggle there as well? I mean, it depends. If it's a primarily fire deck, it's difficult. Why Ethan's Adventure is such a bad matchup is because Ethan's Typhlosion is only a single prize card. So I'm never going to do successful in the prize race. But that is not to say Dengo is not still a good list. Although at this online, there were 400 something odd people playing. Dengo did place 16th, 20th, 23rd. We're just looking at a top 20 at 30, top 32, 29th and 30th. So I got 4 top 32 placements. But again, of the metagame, 57 people were playing it. A lot of people are really hyped about Goldango into this new set, which is why I do think Ethan's Adventure is going to do pretty well here, because if a ton of people are playing Dengo, then Ethan's Adventure those are easy games. Those are just easy games. But I do want to look at the top performing Dengo list. Placed 16th, so did not make the top cut. Missed it by 1 game. What were their losses to? They lost to, of course, Ethan's Typhlosion. They lost to Guardy, and they lost to Dragapult. That is interesting that they lost to Guardy and Dragapult, because those are... Guardy especially, unless they just bricked, is a pretty easy matchup. They're playing the Team Rocket's Petrol. This is not the deck list I'm playing. This is I'm just looking at their deck. They're only playing 1 Genesect. Oh, interesting. Not seen Goldango played with Dusknoir. Also Charcadet and Surledge. That's kind of interesting. A 1/1 of Charcadet and Surledge to be your... Now that's interesting. I don't know if it's good. I don't know if it's good. But that is kind of interesting. Because that kind of fixes the Typhlosion a little bit, because you're not weak to it, but Typhlosion, a fully powered up Typhlosion hits 270. So that doesn't really fix that matchup. It is an interesting backup attacker, but I think those two specific, I think just the size of the Scizor is better. We'll look at that in a second. Ben, how are you doing? Doing pretty well. We're just looking at the most recent late night, seeing how Dengo performed before we're gonna be playing some Dengo tonight. That's interesting with the Dusknoir. The Charcadet, I'm not sold on. This looks like more in line with what we're playing tonight, except we are not rocking a bundle or a Badoo. Otherwise, these are the same Pokemon we're playing. Our gimmies are probably a little different. We're also playing the baby Genesect, which I'm also not sold on, that being Ned. The Moonlit Hill, kind of interesting. Heals, yeah, I think you discard Psychic Energy for that. Yeah, discard Psychic Energy, heals 30 from everything? Or just benched? 30 from everything. It's kind of an interesting... Because I'm not playing any stadiums, which could be... Honestly, it might not be bad to add in a single stadium. Moonlit Hill could actually be interesting there. Dengo is so much fun to play. And honestly, of it having just one bad match, like one auto-loss matchup into Ethan's Typhlosion is not awful. And then it has a bad matchup into Flareon Box, but I mean, not as many people are playing Flareon Box in this set, which, you know, is helpful. I kind of don't hate that. They're playing 2 Psychic Energy instead of 2 Dark. Why 2 Psychic? Because if you're running the Monkey Dory... If you're already playing the Monkey Dory... Why are you running 2 Psychic Energy? What is the second Psychic for here? Is it for the Gimmighoul? No, because I'm pretty sure all the Gimmies are colorless. What am I missing here, chat? What is the second Psychic for? Not for the Scizor. Is it the... No, the Fez is also colorless. I don't know why they played 2 Psychic and not 2 Darkness. Maybe for the... Oh! Duh, for the hill. For the Moonlit Hill. For the Moonlit Hill. Duh, 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 duh. Yeah. Okay. I was looking at Pokemon. Duh, obviously. That makes sense. You would think... But if that's the case, I feel like if you were going Moonlit Hill... I feel like if you were going that, you would cut the monkey. I feel like you don't really need the monkey then. Because if you're removing damage from your side, because I mean, just thinking about typicals. I mean, I guess there is a world where, like, if you get punched by a Dragapult, that is 200 damage. You heal 30, but I mean that math doesn't really save you from not getting hit again. Because say you're you get hit for 200, you heal 30. You also heal the bench, obviously, which is the most important. That is the most important, is healing the bench. Although, I mean, actually, you heal 30 off of... But even then, I still feel like the 2 Darkness... If you're going to run the monkeys... My thought process here is if you're going to run the monkey, I feel like you need... Or you don't need, but 2 Darkness is obviously stronger. It could be better without the monkey. It could be better without the monkey. I don't know, especially, like, so many decks right now are such heavy hits... And also thinking about, the other thing is thinking about bench space. Because let's say you have 3 Gimmighoul set up, you know, 1 inactive, or 3 Dengos, 1 inactive, 2 on bench. You also have a Genesect there. If you're running the baby Genesect, you only have 1 bench space left, which is Scizor or Fez. I don't know. Bench space is tight. I haven't really played a lot of games with Dengo. I've mostly been playing Ethan's Adventure. Because I do think that is what I'm planning to play to my first events when this goes legal, because I'm expecting a lot of people to show up with Dengo. I'm assuming a lot of people are going to show up to Dengo to the first event when this set goes legal. That's just my thought. So I plan to show up with Ethan's Adventure, which I also just like Ethan's Adventure. Unsurprisingly, though, of this late night, Gardevoir did, of course, win, because, of course, it did. I'm curious, were these Frillish Gardevoirs? First place was, second place was not. I wonder if that makes a difference in the mirror match. I assume it does. I assume it makes a big difference in the mirror match, because no Earthen Vessels, no secret boxes, because items are turned off. Straight Charizard got third place. That's kind of cool to see. Charizard with Dunsparce. Of course, the Chi-Yu. Now, the Chi-Yu is another thing to keep in mind if we go up against pure Charizard. How much does it hit for? It hits for 90 or 50 plus 90 if a knockout was taken. So that's 140. 140 times 2 is 280. Is... You know what? So the Dengo that I was playing... The Dengo that I was playing to NAIC, which was this one here. This was my NAIC Dengo build. I was running the Rigid Ban. The Rigid Ban has us take minus 30 after applying weakness and resistance. So Chi-Yu hits for 280 with weakness. So this brings us down to 250. So this survives a Chi-Yu. This also survives a Flareon, if that appears. So I feel like Rigid Ban is still a good addition to the deck. Dengo's something I've seen too much of in casual. Yeah. But that's also, again, good time to be playing Ethan's Adventure. I feel like Turo is still pretty good. Heavy Boss is nice. Arvin is just needed. I don't know. I think it would be... I feel like you could drop the monkey. Again, if we drop the monkey, we add a second energy, and we add Moonlit Hill. I don't hate that. I don't know if it's worth anything in the long run. I need to drop one more thing here for the rigid ban. We'll drop an air balloon because we don't need 4 if we're running that. What about Ionoste? The Lavencia? Lavencia is pretty good as well. Recovers 2 electric energy. That's pretty good as well if you're going up with the double electric. But I don't know that we ever need to play more than 11 energy. Also, that's just a lot of energy to add. So let's try this Moonlit Hill play. Also, I don't think I can use it yet because I don't think it'll let me like buy it since it's new. Where is it? Can I even see it? No, that's not the one I'm looking for, I don't think. The new black and white, yeah, the new black and white energy, but specifically the hollow, which might have been the one I was clicked on actually. Whatever it is, this energy's so cool. This energy's so cool. Big fan. That is the energy. Yeah, big fan of that energy. It's so cool. I've been saying it for so long that we need cool energies to make a comeback. And I'm very excited that this is fine, but I think this just looks so much cooler. I don't know. That's just me. That's just me. Did I put the two? Are these the same 2 energies? Yes, okay. I was like, please tell me I put 2 gold energies in there. Because if I had one of each. Alright, let's try out this Dengo. Again, I'm running the regular minor errand running. And then also added the continuous coin toss as a potential. I don't know. I feel like a 2-2 split is okay. Could be worthless. My thought is, again, because Scyther and Scizor are here for the mirror match. We didn't really talk about Welsh, yes. I didn't really talk about the Scizor. Let me talk about the Scizor. Scyther, free retreater. You open with them, I can use them for Team Evo, and they're a free retreater. If for some reason we were going that. So actually, no, we dropped the Team Evo. I don't know. I'm thinking of my old Dengo build. It's a free retreater to have an active. The Scizor, punishing Scizors does 10 damage plus 50 damage for each of my opponent's Pokemon that has an ability. So in the mirror match, this just knocks out Gholdengo. It allows you to offset the prize trade, or they have to boss around it, and it only costs 1 energy to attack. It's also not just good in the mirror match, it's good in a lot of different matchups. It is still weak to fire, but again, it helps up like Dragapult. Dragapult has out, 3 Draclokes on the bench, and Shaman, and Pheasantipity, and then they have a Polton active. That's hitting for 100, 200, 250 for a single prizer. Hitting 250 is pretty good. You could boss up Fez. This knocks out Fez in that situation. It's just a good single prizer. It's a good single prize attacker that also, since it is a Steel Evolution, Genesect can grab it for free. So we play no Ultra Balls because all of our Evos are grabbed from the Genesect. So pretty good there. All right, let's jump in with some games. I got Shinies of the Mass Outbreak today, and yesterday took me twice as long to get the 2 Capsikids. A Capsikid, if I remember correctly, how is its shiny? Is it a noticeable shiny? It is noticeable. I couldn't remember if it was a good or a bad one. A lot of the Gen 9 shinies I can't remember. It's nice. Nice. Yo, Darkless, how you doing? It's kind of yellow instead of green. Ooh. Did I see the Pokemon Pocket reveal? I saw something about it where it's like, it seems to be focused on Johto. That's pretty cool. I haven't turned on Pokemon Pocket in a while. Not out of anything other than laziness. Anything other than laziness. All right, we have lost the coin flip. We will not be choosing first or second. This used to be an always go second deck because of the TM Evo. I honestly think this deck works going first now. I think we still want to go second, though, when we can. Because of Arvin. I feel like we still want to go second. Because Arvin to set up. But I could be wrong. Alright, they know what I'm playing. Oh! Always feels the worst when you give your opponent 2 cards and then you start with a Pheasantipity and active going first. What an absolute upset. What an absolute upset. You hate to see it. Plus side is they're playing Cynthia, so we know they aren't attacking. We know they aren't doing anything. We have a Dengo in hand. This isn't awful. It's not great. I'm not ecstatic. You know what? Actually, that was kind of dumb with me. This is me thinking about my old Dengo and not thinking about new Dengo. I honestly shouldn't have benched Gimmighoul there. I should have actually benched Scyther and attacked with Arvind. Maybe for Nestball for that and attacked with... Well, no, because Scizor right now is actually not doing any damage. It's doing 10 damage, so never mind, never mind. This is still right. This is still right. Because we can continuous coin toss. We could go for a continuous coin toss, you know. You're tired. So am I. I did, like, no sleep last night. And now I slept all day. So now I'm probably going to be up until way too late. And so my entire sleep schedule is thrown off. It's really bad. It's really, really bad. Gardevoir in response to Xavier, how you doing? Welcome on in. Wisdom of Sky and Sea Johto inspired should be fun. Finally finished Celestial Showdown today. Nice. Like I said, I have not turned on Pokemon Pocket in a minute. Just Gardevoir. No more needs to be said. No more needs to be said. Yo, what a fun top deck. Totally can't wait to use that. Do we go for the continuous coin toss? Is that stupid? Answer? Yes, it is. Yes, it is. I didn't even really look at my prizes earlier, which was really stupid of me. I was just being stupid. Alright, so we can grab 2 gimmies. We got 1 Genesect in there. Alright, we got some nice energy there. The Moonlit Hill is there. Actually, yeah, because with the Scyther here, the Scyther is now hitting for 150. The Scyther could still be really good. The Scyther could still, but they Champions Call next turn. They do Champions Call next turn. And they can't set up double energy. Do we actually just push the Dengo? And just take a... 1 prize knockout just feels so bad, leaving a 2 prizer inactive, but they can't really knock out a 2 prizer. Especially since we're 260. We're 260. They hit for 100 with 1 energy. If they get both their Evos off, they hit for 160. I don't think it's bad. It's not good. Don't get me wrong, it's not good. But knocking them out... It just feels bad. It feels real bad. It feels not great. Already, I don't like the Ho-Oh for pocket. Kind of looks bad. Lugia and Ho-Oh are supposed to work tandem, but Ho-Oh takes 3 energy to attack. What's the point? There's no... Is there energy acceleration in that game? Isn't there one card that like you flip coins and like get stuff out? Alright, so they're hitting for right now 130 with the energy. Very unlikely that they whiff the energy. Our Scyther right now is hitting just for 60. What is their weakness? Their weakness is into grass. So, or our Scissor. Would it be better to keep Scyther? Also, if this deck is on the rise, does Jamming Tower make sense in the deck? Although this next turn, have they supported? They did support, so our hand stays the same. I actually don't know what their ace spec is. I don't know what their ace spec of choice is. Misty, that's who I was thinking of. Yeah, so we ESP 1, 2. I'm hitting 250 right now, so I could just boss kill Fez. Cool. That's pretty good. Big fan of that. Big fan of that. If we can get another nest ball, I'll put down Baby Genesect to stop their ace spec. I don't know what their ace spec is though. What is it? It might just be Prime Catcher. Yeah, I really don't know what their ace spec is. What is the typical ace spec of this deck? Is it just Prime Catcher? I don't know what other ace spec they would play. Would it be Unfair Stamp? I have no idea. I mean, I guess either way, we'll just stop it. I don't know. We'll just turn off the ace spec anyways. Alright, so right now we're hitting for 250. We're hitting for 250. I could Superior Energy and get back 2, but even then it's only 350. So I think the play here is... I think we just boss kill Fez. I think that's just always better. Probably should have kept that in hand, but I mean, you go for the kill here. There's no world where they don't go for the kill. I mean, I guess there is a world where they don't go for the kill. It'd be kind of crazy for them not to go for a kill. Do I Stretcher and Energy back to get my 250 and go for an Attachel here? Yes. If we could have gotten the we could have gotten our Rigid Band, that would have helped as well. It would have required them to use their Champion's Call to get the other Roserade. But I was like, I think they get that anyways. But if it's priced or something. TCG Pocket does really hate to give you the side of the coin you need when flipping. Try don't bother with PvP unless it's AI. I think that was the real thing that just didn't keep me. I think it was the Rigid Band I was just talking about you. That didn't keep me interested in Pocket was I just didn't care for the PvP. I thought this was shiny at first. It wasn't. And Shaman. I don't know why you're benching Shaman. Don't do anything with Shaman. Alright, we need big recovery here. We're going to start with you so we can get to... rotate to you to get to... we throw Moonlit Hill out there. Let's do some deck thinning. we put down the Scyther? I feel like having the Scyther down isn't awful. Because Scyther right now is hitting for 210. And it's just a single price 210. So there's a world where like we boss and it just kills something. And it's like, again, we're thinning the deck. So I don't think it hurts. Coin bonus. Boss is pretty good here. But I need energy. Hey, there's energy. Hey, there's energy. Hey, there's energy. Alright, so I have 7 energy in the discard, so I can get all of it back. But that's 100, 200, 300. That's 350. That's 1 energy shy. 1 energy shy that I need for the knockout. Their bench is locked, though. They are bench locked here, though, so there's no... They don't get... Leaving damage on field isn't bad. Because they cannot get the... They cannot get... Oh my gosh, what is the name of the Pokemon? I'm just blanking on the name of the Pokemon. Spirit Tomb back down, which will benefit of having that damage. So we could just smash for 200 here. And just not, since there's only 3 here. Do we lose if we go that route? We have Scyther for next turn. So this dies. Scyther jumps up and takes the knockout. Because even then it's 150. And then we profit, question mark? And then we profit? I don't know. I don't think we need Turo here. Turo could come in, actually, if they stall us. But, I mean... Yeah, they could try and stall our Genesect, so we should keep Turo. I should have discarded energy last time. That's what I should have done. This is not great. I mean, I do have Stretcher in hand, so I can get it back. I kind of messed up what my math was there. I messed up my math, and that's okay. And then we Rigid Band, because right now they're hitting 290. They're hitting 310. Actually, a Rigid Band does nothing, but it's out of our hand. And I don't think we boss here. I think we just kill. We just hit the damage we need to hit. And hope it works out for us. This feels bad. This does feel kind of bad. Because there's no world where that takes a 2-prize knockout. Yeah, this does feel pretty bad. This does feel pretty bad. The Moonlit Hill there was really just a bump there, Town Store. I mean, I wasn't making use of it in this matchup. Because they don't really... I mean, if I would have had it earlier in-game... They removed that, so we're still doing 150. We could have actually attached energy to Scyther last turn. I think we still send up Goldango. They do need Energy Boss. Energy Boss is what they need. Iono is still in deck, so my goal here is to Iono them. That is my goal. Okay. 8 cards left in deck. So I could whiff it by 1. I'm going to leave the Superior Energies because I should be able to dig enough for them later. It's the last card and then you're kidding me. That's crazy. Oh, that's so sad. Dang. That's so sad. It is late. Good night. Have a good night, Ben. Thanks for swinging through. Alright. All they need is boss energy. And they have a 10-card hand. They most likely have it. Yeah. GG. Unfortunate. We whiffed the Iono. Oh, they don't need the energy because weakness. They probably had the energy, but we should have just turroed there, actually. Unfortunate. Man. Missed the Iono by 1. I shouldn't have shuffled, because that put it on the bottom. I mean, obviously, you never know before you shuffled. I did the Genesect because I couldn't remember if I left a Dengo in there. And only having an 8-card deck, obviously, I want to check to see if there was a Dengo in there, because then it would just confirm, or not confirm, guarantee an Iono. And again, the Iono might not have made the difference there. They might have still had it no matter what. But yeah, we made a misplay early on where, like I said, I should have had the Scyther down earlier than I did. I think the Scyther would have been a better call earlier in that matchup, especially when they still have Champions Call Pokemon out there. To just take single prize knockouts instead of taking single prizers and leaving a 2-prizer out there. Definitely, if we end up in that matchup again, we at least have the thought to not be done there. Always a benefit when you're not dumb. I guess we'll just start this one in the active. I don't love it. I don't love it. But I mean, we do have Arven in hand, so Arven doesn't feel too bad. This looks like it's Charizard Dusk Bolt. Not Charizard Dusk Bolt. Gosh, Charizard Dusk. You know, you all know everyone's favorite Dusk Bolt. It's a new regional. We have a pretty good hand here as well. We do have the ESP. All of our Nesties. All of our Dengos. We got one in hand. We got a prized Gimme. Scyther and Scizor there. I feel like we put down... I mean, we haven't the Nest Balls for it. I feel like Scyther definitely goes down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All of our energy. That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. You go down for sure. Do we go for a minor Aaron run? Do we go for a continuous coin toss? Continuous coin toss. 2, 4, 7. I mean, we need 4 heads. That's pretty funny. That's pretty funny if we could do that, right? Don't want to load up on Dengos. I mean, why not? Yeah. Might as well. Might as well. Like, I don't know why we wouldn't play the third. We have the Genesect in hand. Again, we could go for a minor Aaron run, which feels like it would probably be the stronger thing to do here to get actual metal energy to be able to attack next turn with the Scyther. Oh, we definitely get 0 heads, but imagine we don't get 0 heads. Imagine we hit 4 heads. How funny would that be? Also need the balloon. Then the energy also gets stuck on them. The energy gets stuck on them no matter what. Let's go. Let's play smart. Play smarter, not stupid. Get 10 tails. No, it's you flip until you get tails. So as soon as you get 1 tails, you're done flipping. As soon as you get that first tails, you're done flipping. Are they going for a Team Evo play here? That's what I would assume is happening. Team Evo Ultra Ball. Wait, do I have any dice next to me? Here, I'm gonna roll the dice to see what we would have got. Even though this is physical dice and that is real dice, so it is 2 different things. All right, let's see what we would have gotten had we flipped it. Heads. That's wait, you can't see it, but that is a heads. This is a heads. Immediate tails right after. So definitely not worth it. Not worth it. Smart plays. Are you about to pop a Dust Skull on me? Surely not. Surely you wouldn't give me a prize card here. I mean, I guess if you wanted to counter catch or something, that'd be kind of interesting. To, like, lock me out of active. But, I mean, I'm already kind of locked in active. Yes, but you get to 10 tails before a single head. They might just... No, they have the Team Evo in hand, don't they? We know they have Team Evo in hand. Yeah, I was like, what are we talking about? They might pass. We know they have Team Evo in hand. They did use the Jock, right? No, they didn't. They put because they Arvent. But they did Infernal Rain. Yikes. Yikes, 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 yikes. Is the Scyther ever worth attacking with for 140? Nah. Never. The Scyther isn't worth attacking for like into the charge. That was my thought there. Right now there is 4 energies in play, so Scizor is actually hitting for 200 right now. That's pretty wild. That's pretty wild. Play you here. Coin bonus. Bad coin bonus. Not at all what we were hoping for. I mean, I could Turo here. I don't love it. ESP is pretty rad. ESP is pretty rad to have for next turn. I think we do just Turo, pick up Goldango. Energy goes to the discard. Bench the Dingo, or the Ghoul. Evolve the Dengo. Scizor and active, attach energy, just kill the Tatsu. I think killing the Tatsu isn't terrible. I don't think killing the Tatsu is terrible. We will go for 1 more coin bonus, though. For a stretcher, that's pretty good if we need the single energy back. Hitting 210 right now. Wow, that's so magical. But they only have a 1-card hand, so we don't want to give them the... We don't want to give them the Tatsu. Because I think the 1 card in hand is Jacques. So we don't want to give them the ability to, like, search out Iono or Professor's Research or something. So we definitely... Killing that is definitely the right choice. They probably want to keep their Charizard safe because they know, obviously, on the bench we could take some big hits. So they play the Jacques. They keep the top deck in hand. Hopefully it's something useless. They do grab a Zard. They do evolve the Zard on active, most likely. Grab out 2 energy. Just go for the attack. Or do they charge up the Chi-Yu? Charging up the Chi-Yu and leaving a single prizer inactive actually makes more sense, because they do get the kill here. That's correct. That's a crazy choice you just made there. Why would you leave a 2-prizer? I know I'm on an awkward prize exchange here. And I know it's like awkward. Or like it powers up your Charizard. I just don't understand why you wouldn't want to just force me to not have a single... Oh, whatever. Whatever. I will try... I will not think too hard about it. I will not think too hard about it. I forgot to Genesect before we did all that. Oops. Coin bonus. Do we ever boss and kill here? Actually, is it better to boss and kill? We maybe shouldn't have done all the ESPing and all that. They have a 2-card hand. Unlikely that they have Iono. They would have used it last turn most likely. Right now they're hitting for 180 plus 30, which is 180 plus 30. Oh my gosh, math. Plus 60 if I take the knockout. That's 240. If they actually don't kill me, 240 minus 30 is 210. They would have to pop the Cursed Blast to get the knockout if we boss kill Dusk Noir, which will still take 4. So actually not terrible to we still need the ESP. And it also survives the Chi-Yu if they decide to push the Chi-Yu instead. $200. I don't know. This feels better. It might be wrong. I was really expecting them to attack with a Chi-Yu in both cases here. Okay, they get the 130. They are going to go for the Cursed Blast. They might just kill the Genesect. Yeah, to get their A-Spec back online. Maybe they have the A-Spec in hand. Maybe it's Unfair Stamp. Maybe that's what they're trying to do here, is Unfair Stamp me. I hope not. Professor's Research. Tell me they got the research off the prize cards, because that just feels good. A Super Rod just to put back a single fire energy. I guess their other fire was prize. You didn't want to put back... I guess you don't really want to pop these anymore, because it's getting to the point where if you pop another one, I only need 2 prizes to win. Burning Darkness, 270, yeah, because of the Defiance Band. The Defiance Band is pretty good there. I think we just lose at this point. I don't think we actually... Yeah, I don't think we win here. I don't think there's anything we can do to win. Unfortunately. That is just game. I mean, the only tactic we kind of have is a stall strat. And go for a Night Stretcher. And go for 150. But even then, that's not much of anything. That is actually our singular strategy here is to go for a stall. Actually, I don't know that I need switch in here anymore. don't think I need switching here. How long are you continuing on for? Like streaming or like in this specific match? Streaming? I don't know. Maybe another 30, 45 minutes. Alright, boss you up. We also could try and go for damage here, but just not go for a knockout. Like I'm just not going for a knockout here. And I'm hoping they just have no way to not be inactive, because then next turn we attack for that, they have to have boss. I don't know. Do you have a metal and discard? 250. If they have boss, it doesn't matter. Or not boss, switch. I don't think I need all these gears. I think I definitely need to retool, play around with this deck a little bit more. It's so much my old, you just have switching deck. It's so much my NAIC list, with just a few things added to it, that there's definitely some stuff that we could move around. The other stretcher is in deck. I wonder if there's a world where Super Rod is good. Bring back the Scyther. I don't know. Air Balloon's pretty good. Air Balloon allows me to switch and then retreat. Iono's pretty good, but it is, unfortunately, I need that Night Stretcher. I do need that Night Stretcher. And I could force it off of an Arven and just hope they don't have boss. Like we kind of got to go for it. Maybe we gear. Actually, can we guarantee the stretcher? Not. We won't guarantee the stretcher, but can we just about guarantee it? We can. There is a singular. There is a one of chance that we do not hit the stretcher. There is a one of chance that we do not hit the stretcher. It was so scary. Alright, so they need boss. They need boss for game. Gust of some kind. And if they have it, you know, good on you. I played that one, I think, as well as I could that end game there. Please no boss. Please no boss. Chat, we have a show. All we need is one energy because we have boss's order in hand. We just boss the Chi-Yu. This should be a done deal. This should be a done deal. I just need one. I just need one Spirit Energy. Let's go. We get 2. Might as well see what the other 3 cards were. It's just that nice. 4 energy for 200 damage for a little Chi-Yu. Let's go. We also actually had enough Spirit Energy in hand. We could have just actually killed the Charizard. We could have just killed. That was a good game. That was a good game. Wow, bringing that Scyther back was very important. Scyther is kind of very important. Is it dumb to want to play a 2/2 line and use it as an attacker, even in games, or to help fix games when you lose the immediate like prize lead? Also, doesn't the rigid band also helps it take 30 less damage, but I don't think that ever matters. I don't think 140 is ever anything you're dodging. Anything that's hitting for 140, anything that's hitting a knockout, I don't think the rigid band ever matters. Yeah, the switch does seem bad. Especially with the air balloons. I don't think we need the switch. I don't think we need air balloon, switch, and Turo. I think those are 3. I think those are 3 cards that all do the same thing. Turo is important for moving damage off the board. Air balloon is important for that. The only thing that switch is really there for is it benefits us if we get saw blocked or cornered locked, but that's also what Turo's for. And that happens literally so infrequently that I don't think it matters. I want to find a list that is using the Scizor. Okay. I just want to get an idea of what they're... Because I'm like, also at this point, I'm like, do I need gears? Because the Poke Gears were in the NAIC list to find out Cypher Maniacs. But at this point, because we get Genesect online so easily, to get our Golden Goes online so easily, I don't know. I still feel like I like at least one gear. I feel like just having a gear is nice. We could just drop the Superior Energy Retrievals. Who really needs those? Who really needs to recover energy? It's a joke. To recover energy. I don't know that we need... Okay, I don't really love this list I'm looking at here. Let me look at... Okay, this person runs 2 Scizors, a Scizor EX. What's the Scizor EX for? I don't think that's... what is that for? Your opponent's next turn supposed to has 50 less damage? I don't know why you're playing that. That doesn't feel very good. But they're playing the Slizipede Centiskorch as well as the Scyther Scizor. So the Centiskorch helps with the Crustle matchup. It does 130 30 damage to each if you're benched. But I feel like if that's a real difficulty, there's just like a Fire Turos. Oh, I can't spell. Oh, chat, I can't spell. Emerson, buddy, how are you doing? Welcome on in. How do you spell Turos? Oh my gosh, why am I... Pokemon Turos. EA. Oh my gosh, chat. I'm really struggling. I'm really struggling this late night. I feel like the Paldean Tauros Never mind, it only does 30. This one does, this attack does 10 damage more for each damage counter on this Pokemon. That's pretty bad. If your opponent's active Pokemon is a stage 1, does more damage. Setting up the 3 energy never happens. But it's not Tauros. That's what I was spelling. It has an A. It's not Tor. Okay. Slizipede is something. I've seen other people playing the Slizipede. Wait, why can I not click? Why am I locked out of my clicks? My click clacks can no longer click. 30th place. Oh, am I crazy? For thinking that that would be good? Is that crazy? It is, right? I don't know. It feels like it is. So maybe I would have to cut one other thing other than just the switch, which could be just a gear. Cling Clangs can no longer clang. Yo, I love Clang. The new IRs for Clang in Black Bolt, I think, look really cool. If you all haven't seen it yet. I want to say it's from Black Bolt. I want all of these. I want all of these so badly. I need them to I need the majority of them not to be expensive when we're all said and done. No, it's from White Flare. Where is it? Did I scroll past it? Maybe it was from Black Bolt and I scrolled past it. Okay, it clearly must have been in Black Bolt and I scrolled past it somehow. I'm tired, chat. I did. Look at him! Look at it! Look at the gears! This is so cute. And we have the clay one, which is fine. I think the Clink one is the cutest. He's building a dad? Yikes. He's building a Klingling. I love him. But yeah, all the IRs for this set just are so fantastic. So cool. Like, look at this. So cute. I want them all. I want them all. And then we also have the promos. No, do not have the Victini promo here. All of these cards are gonna be so expensive from this set. Like, this is a crazy set to want to try and get a lot of these from. So many of these arts are gonna be so stupid expensive. There is a Victini promo, but I don't see it here. Wait. Victini promo. This one right here. Look at it. It's so cute. Hard to believe that cute Darmaku falls into Darmanitan and Darmanitan. You're not wrong. You're really not wrong. Alright, let's try this out. Let's see if this does anything. I hate that for some reason Limitless does not like the specific boss that I use, and it never lets me import it correctly. Oh wait, it didn't import a lot of things. What all did you not import? Oh, you didn't import the new energy. 4 boss. And then I'm missing 2 energy cards. A grass energy and... What is the other energy that I changed? Darkness? A grass and darkness. I like to have this over next to me in a Limitless. Hey, I'll show you guys what this looks like. Basically just, it's just my deck list, so that way in game I can, when I'm playing new decks, I actually can remember what cards I play in said deck. So I'm not dim and forgetful. It's anyway, it's 4 a.m. Yo, go up. Things are hanging out with us. I don't know what idiot decided to do a late night stream, but here we are. Bum, bum, bum. Have a good night. Thanks for swinging through. Can we go open? Why'd you do a stream so late? I slept all day today. I didn't go to work today. I slept all day. No, not the dwebble. Anything but the dwebble. Anything but the dwebble. I really hate this deck. I really hate this deck. I really hate this deck. Oh, I hit the counter twice. Chat, that was 1888, not 1890 or 1888, 1898, not 1899. We will not do. I hit the count up twice. They're going for Ascension. I don't think I can knock it out because they'll only have one. They'll only have one ability, so I'm only hitting for 70. It's not weakness, so that doesn't matter. Although we could go for a continuous coin toss. Air balloon in air balloon. We're going for a ride on an air balloon. Going for a ride on an air balloon. Going for a ride on an air balloon. Dang it, I did not mean to coin bonus. Okay, that's fine. I'm not going to evolve this one. In case I want to go for a continuous coin toss. Sure. They do play a lot of healing in this deck. That was 1900. We have hit 1900 soft resets. Iono doesn't really do anything to us here. It literally does nothing to us here, actually. I'm actually very okay with an Iono. Yeah, that's a great Iono. Oh man, I just remember this is because it's late at night and I'm not thinking. Baby Genesect would have absolutely been the play. 1000% should have played down Baby Genesect. That was a fantastical misplay because their A spec is the healing, is the Pokevile. That was a fantastical misplay. I mean, I didn't have an item for it or a tool for it, but I definitely should have played that angle. Yeah, it's okay. It's not honestly that awful, but it is a pretty rough misplay. It is a pretty rough misplay. That's okay. Okay, they're gonna grab the Pokevile here, or the Super Potion, depending on pricing. Yeah, Pokevile. Okay, so Baby Genesect no longer matters. How much does this heal again? 150? Okay. And they also have the Super Rod, the Luxurious Cape. That is kill. I think we go for the continuous coin toss. I think we go for the continuous coin toss just for the funnies. Just for the funnies, we hit that continuous coin toss and we just see what happens, you know? Something incredible could happen. Imagine we just hit like 30 heads. I can imagine that. Are there any evos? No. Come on, heads. I hate this deck. Not the deck I'm playing. The deck I'm playing's fine. I hate Crustle. Are you setting up another Crustle? Oh. The other one's prized? The other Dwebble's prized, I guess? Man, that's so unfortunate. That's so unfortunate. Let's do it again. Let's do it again. This time our continuous toss will be better than ever before. We definitely should have sent up Goldango and then came back. That was kind of dumb of me. Come on, just give me a few heads. Give me a few. Let's go. So dumb. Do you think you'll get a shiny before 2000? No. Well, a shiny or the shiny I want? A shiny? Probably. Although at this point I kind of want to hit 1,000. Or not 8,000, 2,000. Chat, what if I told you I wanted to go for another continuous coin bonus? A continuous coin toss. Let's toss some coins. Just give it to me. Just give it to me. Just give it to me. Just give it. Not even one? The best part about this is they do have a super potion and can heal the 20 damage. That's the best part. They shouldn't. There's zero reason why they should heal the damage right now. But I am going to Iono them now that they've put it into their hands. I am going to Iono them. But we do still lose, so long term it doesn't really matter. Long term it really doesn't matter here because our only other recovery is gone. And they just hit twice. We hit 60 plus 60. I don't even think Moonlit Hill saves us at all. It's just such a tough matchup. It's just such a tough matchup for Dengo. Maybe the jamming tower is needed. Yeah, they get the super potion. Because we had jamming tower. We at least are only running for what, 250 or 150, which is at least within the realm of possibilities. I don't know, does the monkey matchup really matter here? Does even the minus 30... Is the minus 30 off the Moonlit Hill even do anything? 60 plus 120? Yeah, it's still knockout. Yeah. Yeah, you hate to see it. Crustle is not a great deck because there are so many decks that it loses to. A lot of decks are able to work around it pretty easily. This current Dengo build does not. Although if we keep seeing a lot of it, I mean, the Slazzle might have to be added in if we keep seeing a lot of Crustle. If we keep seeing a lot of Crustle, the Slazzle might be necessary. I don't love it, though. I don't love the slizzle slazzle. I don't love Slazapede. Scorch. That's what it was. Scorch. I don't love it. But if we keep seeing a lot of this, I mean, I said when the first time I saw, Chikorita would be the ideal shiny. The first time I saw the Crustal deck was at a challenge I went to, what, 2 weeks ago? I played it twice. There were only 2 people there playing it. I, of course, hit both of the people playing it, lost to both of them, because I was playing Poltzard, which doesn't really have a great way around it. So that sucked. And I hated the deck so much. And I was like, I'm not going to tech for a deck that, like, no one's playing. But it is starting to see play. So he might have to tech for it, which I don't love. I don't love having to tech for something that potentially does not see a lot of play. Tell me you just have to pass here. Tell me you've got nothing in hand and you have to pass, and I can potentially win off a continuous coin toss. Nah, you got an Ultra Ball. Oh boy, Jellicent. Jellicent and a Night Stretcher? The Jellicent I understand. The Night Stretcher, you had nothing better to throw away? What else do you have in your hands? That's crazy. What else is there? You also see this the Genesect out front, so you know your A-Spec is getting turned off. Yeah, we obviously Arven here. Not a world where we don't Arven. All right, we have a Nest Ball in hand. We got a prized buddy Poffin. We got a prized Stretcher. We got a prized Goldango. We got a prized. Played the Arven. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. A Darkness Energy, another Energy. And then I'm missing what the other prize was. Oh, the gear? Is it the gear? And the gear. Okay. And a Darkness Energy gear. I'm at the same spot. Minor Aaron is definitely better. I think we attach energy. Minor Aaron. But I'm like, do we go for the Scyther? Because like, if we go for the Scyther right now, it's only doing 10 damage. I mean, we could see some monkeys come down, which could change that. I mean, I just don't think it's worth. I think if it's like a Bedouin active, if it's a Bedouin active, I think we go for the. Oh shoot! Wait a second. Did I actually miscount my prizes? Are both of my Genesects prized? Did I somehow miscount here? Wait, what? Wait a second. I somehow heavily miscounted my prizes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I did miscount my prizes. I didn't go all the way over to the energy there. And I was like that and saw it was only 1 psychic. Both of the Genesects are prized. I thought it was just 1. Oof. That is, that's pretty problematic. That's, well, that's not great. That's not great. I'll tell you that. So I had a great tracker game. Pirate eyed me as their landlubber, so Crusader stayed on me forever. I found the Voodoo Master. I pushed out War, pushed out the Hex Master and the Potion Master. That's crazy. The Iono's fine here. You're gonna give me everything I need. Well, you know, you actually kind of did. kind of gave me stuff that I needed. Honestly, if I just had access to Genesect, this would actually be a pretty solid hand. I was planning to Iono as myself. I was just going to attach Metal Energy before I did. So, not that upset about this. And right now, Scizor does do 60 damage because there is an ability Pokemon on the field. So that bonus. Bonus, bonus, bonus. What's Klefki do again? Basic Pokemon in play have no ability. So that does turn off the Genesect. That's pretty cool. It is just basic Pokemon, though. So, Goldengo and Scizor will still keep their stuff. So that's pretty cool. I want both of those? Or do I want another Scizor? No, right now I just want both of those. They have no energy in discard right now. Those were... I wanted to see it all. Yikes. That's super gross. Yeah, that's awful. Man, I hate that. I hate everything about this. I hate everything that's just happened here. Hate everything that just happened here. Double Genesect prized. Kind of rough. Probably shouldn't have evoed. Probably still should have went for minor Aaron running. I'm not really afraid of the Frillish here. Turning off items and tools. Being able to play them down. Eh. Like, it kind of sucks. Especially with no ESP. But, at the same time... You gonna go for another rare candy here? Are you just skipping Kirlia altogether in this matchup? Because good for you. Probably into the Klefki. Or into the Frillish and then 20 damage and no item cards from hand. Actually, yeah, that makes sense too. Not really an item card. Not really an item card I'd want to play other than, like, ESP is the only item card that would really benefit me here, because I think I already played... No, never mind. The Energy Surge Pro would be big, but that's fine. Superior Energy doesn't do a lot for me. Arven would do stuff for me if I... Of course. Had anything worth doing. Rigid Band doesn't do anything for me. Earthen Vessel would do great things for me if I use it, but as previously mentioned, we cannot. Yeah, this is kind of cooked, chat. This is kind of cooked. Kind of cooked. I have 2 cards in hand. I don't feel too bad about this. I just wish. Continuous coin toss, you know what? I was like, this could be fun to have. It's truly just not worth it. I don't feel like this is worth having in here. It's never going to go my way. I know it's not. I know it's not ever going to go my way. So why am I playing it? Why is it here? Hey, there's Metal Energy. Can I just get the Scizor? If I can just get the Scizor, I can Arven for... Of course I can. Cool. Thanks. Thanks for none of that. Thanks for none of the things I wanted or needed. truly absolutely none of the things I wanted or needed. Hold it for now. Can I have 2, please? 2 heads. Yo, let's go. Chat, it's possible. I take it back. I take it back. We're keeping continuous coin toss. Continuous coin toss is absolutely the way to play. Let's just run 4. And we get a Genesect. Hold up, chat. The cookage might be back. The cookage is potentially back on. Don't kill my Scyther, please. Don't do it. Don't kill my Scyther. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. Hello, darkness, my old friend. At least the Genesect's in the deck, but they aren't giving me a... they aren't giving me a spot, so it doesn't really matter. They do have their... with this currently inactive, I do not currently have an ability because this is turning off the abilities. So they can currently, right now, use their A-Spec if they want to. I don't think... I care enough to kill the Klefki. Ooh, the Joust, though. I did forget about the Joust. But they're just going to turn off items. That's fine. Where do they push the 20 here? Do they push it to Gimme Ghoul? They push it to Scyther? I don't know. I don't know where they want to push damage at here. Dengo, okay. Oh, darkness, my old friend. Just give me the best top deck ever. Pretty good top deck. Pretty good top deck. It's a pretty good top deck. Pretty good top deck. A pretty good card from the top of the deck. It's a pretty good top deck, a pretty good top deck, a really good card from the top of the deck. It's what everyone's wanting. Yeah, you bet. Spear in hand, I guess Test Ball. I take a prize here. They don't take a prize lead, so I don't think Countercatcher in hand. I guess Nest Ball is fine. Maybe Vessel? To get the extra metal energy? Or Stretcher, actually. Stretcher could be it. Grab Stretcher. We're piecing together a Scizor attack. 210 damage, not holding back. Alright, we are now at an even 2 prizes taken, which puts us in a pretty good position. Depending on how this turn shakes out, if our hand stays as it is, we could kill a Gardevoir next turn because we can boss an Energy Search Pro. And we can kill a Gardevoir this next turn. If our hand stays how it is. I don't know how much they care about killing the Scizor. The Scizor feels pretty important to kill, though, in this matchup, though. Because, like, this is 250 damage with their current board state. That's pretty cool. They could push over damage to kill this Gimme. I don't know if they care about that, though, or if they would rather push damage to deal with a Dengo. Because they could push damage to a Dengo, boss the Dengo, and kill the Dengo. Which might actually be better for them to confirm 2 prizes. But, I mean, they could also take 2 prizes by killing the Gimme Ghoul and killing the Scizor. I don't know what they care about more. Okay, they're pushing damage to Dengo. Which I figure if they were pushing it, I feel like it would have been better to push it to the one that has Air balloon. I feel like we definitely set up the other Scyther as well, though. I was like, if they were about to put down another monkey and let us do 300 damage, that'd be crazy. Okay, Screamtail. So Screamtail comes down. How much energy do you have in the discard right now? 3. And then the 2 off of the retreat here, so that's 5. That is enough to snipe the Dengo. Which means Scizor stays inactive. Is there a world where we boss a monkey? Because I was expecting for them to kill the Scizor. Wait, actually, is that not enough to kill? That might actually not be enough. It's only 140. Right? This attack does 20 damage, 20 your opponent can off for each damage counter on this Pokemon. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. Only 120. Where did I get 140 from? That's only 120 damage. They could snipe the Genesect. They don't even kill the Scizor. They don't kill anything on the bench. Or like any of the 2 prizes on the bench is what I meant by that. They can kill the bench. Oh, it's 80 because they also moved 20 damage off of that. That's interesting that they chose to move 20 damage off of that. If I can hit... actually nothing, because all of my balloons are in play. We just kill this. I think we do boss a monkey. I think bossing a monkey is right. I think bossing a monkey is right. Let's protect you. I think bossing a monkey is right. It puts us on an uneven prize, but, I mean, we're hitting 260 right now. We're hitting 260 right now. Actually, if they put another, if they had another ability Pokemon down, we're hitting 300 plus the 10. We hit 310. If they have 5 ability Pokemon, we just kill Guardy. That's wild. Yo, this Scizor was unstoppable. Unstoppable. Yeah, let's just kill a monkey. I feel like this is since we can't get out of active, I feel like this is best case scenario here is remove their ability to push over energy or push over damage. And they have to set up another monkey, which they can get pretty easily off the artisan, and darkness energy, which again they can get pretty easy, but it does require them to have it. Do they have it? Probably. But we require them to have it. I don't know how much they fear the Scizor. I don't think they care about it very much. $60, $80, $160. I think they need Bravery Charm to kill any of the Dangos except for the one at 80. I don't know. I think we are a little bit in a pickle here. This is the tiniest of pickles, but they are still at 6 prizes. We could just kill this with Scizor if it comes to it, or boss and kill the other monkey. I don't know. It depends on how this turn ends. Depends on how this turn ends. Because now they're doing what, 160, right? Okay, they go for the kill there. So I think now in this case, I think we do kill a Guardy. I think we do kill Guardy. I think that is correct. I think that is correct. Moonlit Hill is still in there. And if I get the Moonlit Hill out, that actually heals a lot of my guys. Because we ESP 100, 200, 300. Plus we get those 3 back. Okay, so we have the kill. We absolutely have the kill. Let's ESP, because we are going to go for this kill here. I wish they only had 1 Guardy out, but they don't. They have 2. But again, I don't think it matters because they just how uneven the prize trade is. I think we're fine. Can I hit the Moonlit Hill, though? So far? No. 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 I just want the Moonlit Hill. I just want the Moonlit Hill. Yeah, I just want the Moonlit Hill. That's so funny. Just in case energy gets shuffled back in. Yeah, so funny. I don't think they can take a 5 prize turn. I think that's asking for way too much from them. This doesn't protect on the bench, does it? Because you're doing damage? You're doing damage, so maybe it does. I don't think it matters. I don't think it matters. I don't think it matters. 1, 2, 3... 100, 200, 350. All of our damage to discard. We have energy attached. Energy there. I care about keeping a metal in hand. Let's keep the metal in hand. 100, 200, 300, 350. Let's keep a metal in hand. Here's the other Genesect. The stretcher. Not really helpful at this point, but we'll grab them. Yeah, I think this is kind. I don't see how they do a 5 prize turn with the current board state. Because Screamtail can only hit 160 unless they Bravery Charm. What are you stretching for here? Fez? I don't know. There might be something in their deck that I'm missing that gets them there. There might be something I'm not accounting for here. Because like they can attack with Gardevoir and kill Goldango. That is possible. That is 100% possible. I should have put left this one inactive since I was attaching metal to it anyways. That was a misplay, not retreating here. But that's still only, if they attack here, that's only 2 prizes. Even if they push 60 damage, not a prize, not a prize, not a prize, not a prize. So I don't see... I think they just missed attach that energy. They definitely did not mean to attach that energy to Fez, but it doesn't matter. Because they cannot do 60 damage or the 60 damage does not matter. So I feel like they definitely just attach that to the wrong person. Also, all this energy is stuck here. You only have 2 energy in your discard. You can't even attack. You don't even have enough energy in your discard. Like, I think we're just fine here. I mean, I think right now they're just forcing me to have boss. Which I do have boss, but they could also Iono us. Can they? I don't know, they might play 4th boss. I was expecting that to see energy in the discard, but they did pull energy out. They have already attached for turn, so they will need a way to get this energy into the discard to even attack. Can you even get this energy into the discard? I don't think they can. I don't think they have. Even then, again. Oh, the Devo play is actually pretty cool. Okay, the Devo play is pretty cool. That's only 3 prizes. I wasn't considering the Devo play. I honestly did not know Guardy was running Devo. That is pretty cool, though. That is pretty cool, though. I wasn't even considering a Devo angle. Even then, it's not enough. It's not enough to get you anywhere, unfortunately. How much are we doing right now? What, 260? Yeah. What do we want to kill? What do we want to kill? We'll kill you. We'll kill you. That was fun. It might be overcooked. It might be overcooked. I like the 2-2. Yeah. I like the two set of the Scizor. I think Scizor is a pretty good attacker in a lot of these matchups. I don't know. That might be overcooked. It might be overcooked. But I mean, the Scizor also helps have two single prize attackers to help come back to reset, to force them to have Gust. For Ethan's, I don't think it helps that much. For Ethan's, it doesn't help that much because it does allow us to take 2 prizes, and they only take 1 prize off each of them unless they boss. But I mean, if they boss around it, that's even better, because I'm still taking 1 prize. But that is also if they're in a position where we can hit for enough, because I mean, it might not even matter that much in the Ethan's matchup because of its requirement for them to have ability Pokemon in play. If they're playing the version with Dracloak and they have down 2 Lokes and a Quilava that's still only 160, I don't know. It might not be worth it. In the long run, it might not be worth it. I need to play more games with it to get a confident feel on if I like it. It was fun for tonight. It definitely did help up in the matchups that we used it in. I'm just not overly confident in it if it's necessary. But that is where I'm going to call it for the night. Honestly, I was going into this assuming I was going to do a short stream. This is still only an hour 45, which is still considerably shorter than most of my streams. But I was expecting that I was probably going to call it quits after an hour. Because like I said, I did not sleep a lot last night. I spent most of the day asleep or just laying around. I'm just very lethargic. All over the place. And I'm not tired right now, which is problematic since I do have to work tomorrow. So that is problematic. I might just call it tomorrow. Anyways, chat, that is it for me. We are going to be back on Saturday for some Pokemon Ranger. Finally returning to Ranger. Maybe do some TCG after. I don't know. I'm not really committed to TCG after. I want to get some progress done in Ranger. I also talked about this in the Unbound episode that I recorded today that goes out on Saturday. I'm considering doing another playthrough of Fossil Fighters, because it's been 4 years. I enjoyed playing Fossil Fighters. Don't get me wrong. I enjoyed playing Fossil Fighters, but it's also been 4 years and those videos are still getting viewed on the Wiz Studios channel, and I'm like, hold up a second, I want those views on the Poke Wizard channel. And also, it's been 4 years. I think it'd be fun to replay it. I think it'd be fun to replay Fossil Fighters, especially now that I have my DS set up. I was like, maybe I'll just buy a copy of Fossil Fighters, because I've never actually owned a copy of Fossil Fighters. That's how you found me? That's crazy to think about. So yeah, I literally got another like 2 comments on like my second to last Fossil Fighters video the other day, and I was like, dang, do I replay Fossil Fighters? Also, just because it's been 4 years since I played it. And again, I did have a lot of fun with the first one. With the second one, I was kind of not loving it as much. But with the first one, I really enjoyed playing the first one. So I don't know. That is a potential. I do talk about that in the Unbound episode. But yeah, new Unbound also on Saturday. But I'm going to get out of here. I'm going to try and sleep, but I'm so awake. So awake. Also, any Brandon Sanderson fans out there, I got my Kickstarter Secret Project 5 Isles of Emperdart came in today. Let me just show you those sprayed edges. Also, super cool. No spoilers for the book. I haven't read it yet. So the book starts with like normal, but the second part of the book is all like black pages. It looks very cool. And the art in this book, also very cool. Very excited to start reading this. My pre-order also came with like a really nice bookmark. Really excited to start reading this. I just haven't. It came in the mail today, so I haven't started reading it yet. I've had the digital copy from the pre-order for a couple weeks now. I just haven't started it yet because I was finishing up Crescent City. I have now read all of Sarah J. Maas's fairy fantasy. I'm sure she has other stuff I haven't read, but I have read now all of ACOTAR, Throne of Glass, and Crescent City. Throne of Glass is her best. And then the first Crescent City book. Then a pretty large gap to ACOTAR. And then the other 2 Crescent City books. The final Crescent City book I was not a huge fan of. The second one was fine. The first Crescent City book was really solid. I really enjoyed it. But anyways, I'm going to get out of here. I'm done yapping. Have a good night, everyone. Finish reading the Encyclopedia of Fairies trilogy the other week. I've heard that. Then I do have another, this will be my last yap. I have another thing on my reading list that I think recently came out. Night and the Moth. It seems to be pretty short. I think it was only a couple hundred pages. I have so many things to read. There's not enough time to read. All right, I'm getting out of here. Bye, everyone. Have a good night. Bye.